imagine how tired we are. Imagine how tired we are.
Okay, go! Ow, ow, ow.
I can't do it! I can't do it! I can't do it! I can't do it! Lord, no!
Bro, what is this? Travis, look, double D's. Look, bro, an A cup. That'd probably fit your mom. Bro, shut up. My mom doesn't have small boobs. It's not funny, bro. I bet you know what it feels like to wear one of these. Oh, shut up, bro. Yo, that mannequin is sexy, bro. Bro, I found your grandma's pants. Shut up, the sales lady's right over there. Yo, she likes me, bro. I dare you go talk to her. Yo, I'm gonna ask her to be my boy. That's my boy. Go. Hi. Okay, I was just wondering, do you have, these panties in an extra large?
Yeah, they're right there.
Okay, cool. My girlfriend now. No! Jack, stop! Miss, can I work with my friend instead? Oh my gosh, please! I could never wear that much makeup, you know? Are you doing that just because you want to impress the boys? Maybe it's Maybelline. Amy, her makeup is like extremely good, isn't it? Oh, you can't say that. Ignore her. She's just a little shit.
The fuck, who are you?
Oh, did you want to sleep?
Do you like him, or do you just want him to like you? Because I don't really think that you like him. I just think you want the satisfaction of him liking you, and then now you got attached. Ugh.
Well, that's my life. Thank you so much for spending time with me. I hope you enjoyed it, because I know I did.
Ariana, what are you doing here? Can I go swimming with a tampon? And will the tampon get wet in the water? That summer's coming up. This is a great question. When you go swimming and your tampon is inside like so, yes, the string is going to get a bit wet, which very minimal water will transfer to the tampon. However, it is still okay to be able to swim with a tampon in. Your vat, my friend Gina, is not a big gaping hole that just lets water come in. That's not how it works. Will not involuntarily open to allow water in. Happy swimming.
Hey, welcome in. Hi. Hi. How's it going?
Yes, Robert. What do you want now? More money, a check, a car, my soul?
Bombastic side eye. Criminal offensive side eye.
My mum does not grow body hair. She has never shaved her legs in her life. I, on the other hand, do. And therefore, we never had the conversation on how to shave properly because she never had to do it herself. So cut to me, 12 years old, slicing up my leg with whatever cheap, disposable, probably rusty razor I could find at the time. I do not recommend. Therefore, I am here to teach you how to shave because nobody taught me. Obviously, you should never feel pressured to shave. It's very natural and normal to have body hair. Everyone has it, apart from my mother. She's the weird one here. First up, you want whatever area you're shaving to be wet with water, shaving gel, whatever product you fancy using. I should do this really nice watermelon jelly that you can use for cleansing and for shaving. Take it from a girl who did not understand what dry shaving was as a teenager. You do not want to do it. If you're shaving an area with thicker hair, like between your legs or on your face maybe, you want to shave in the direction the hair grows. And if it's anywhere else, it's not that important, but this will stop you from getting ingrown hairs. Also, ingrown hairs look like spots, so don't freak out if you see any bumps that usually aren't there down below. After that, wash off your products, dry yourself, and then moisturise. And then next time, if you want to be really fancy, or if you're a fake tan user, use a sugar scrub or an exfoliator, and then it'll be really smooth. And voila! Class dismissed.
Things girls do when they like you. If you're new here and you'd like to put an end to being single, I suggest you click follow. Number 1. When a girl really likes you, she's not talking to multiple guys. She's already mentally loyal before she needs to be. We wake up, have iced coffee for breakfast, and try and survive off of the one meal we have a day. And the rest of our time is spent watching or rewatching our favourite series before scrolling on our phone for hours and going to bed way too late. So see, there really is no time to be entertaining multiple men. Number 2. A lot of us are also really lazy when it comes to shaving. Because there is a cost of living crisis and an everything shower is, well, costly. Especially when it's a minimum 30-minute job. So instead, because we're so resourceful and love to compromise, we will pick our outfits based off of how hairy our legs are. Hairy legs? Nice top and jeans it is. And lastly, when a girl likes you, she'll screenshot your messages just so she can reread them at her own leisure, without you seeing that she's online, and to avoid the horror that is you sending her another text message and her reading it instantly because she's on the chat.
3 things I wish I understood earlier. First is waiting for the right time to do something. You're never going to wake up one day and be like, okay, I'm finally ready. It's not a real thing. I used to put myself in such a paralysis because I'm like, I'm not ready or I'm not good enough. But if you don't start whatever you want to do, somebody else will. So do it today. Second is listening to that gut. If you feel like something is not aligned with you, it's okay to leave. I used to do this so much with relationships. Like I would know something was not for me, but I'd still stick around to try to figure out why. Something is not sitting right. You don't even have to have an excuse. Just go. Third is that it's okay to look stupid. When I started making videos, I go back and I look and I'm like, I have to make the mistakes and look stupid and be okay with looking stupid in order to get to the next level. Just a reminder, not everything you do is going to be perfect. And if it was, there'd be no room for growth.
Let's get personal. Have you ever experienced vaginal itching or odor? Vaginal pH is responsible for preventing yeast infections and BV. It can also be the reason things get a little fishy sometimes. Your pH is actually influenced by gut health, and the bacteria in your gut and the bacteria in your V are always communicating. That's why taking a probiotic can be really good for no more itching and no more odor. And guess what? Cheeky Bonsai just launched their first probiotic gummy and it's available in Target in the feminine care aisle. They're called Balance Babe Probiotic Gummies, and we also have our best-selling Bye Bye UTI drink mix if you're UTI prone, so check them out.
Is your discharge normal? Let's chat. If your discharge is clear or white, this is typically a sign everything is working well. The vagina should always have some secretions, and changes in texture and colour can be caused by hormonal fluctuations throughout your cycle. However, if it's white and lumpy, like cottage cheese, it could be a sign of a yeast infection. What about yellow discharge? If there's a slight yellowness without any other symptoms, this usually isn't a cause for concern. In fact, white vaginal discharge often appears more yellowish when it dries, especially when compared to white underwear or a panty liner. But if there's a stronger hue, it's excessive, or you have other symptoms, it could be a sign of an infection. It's important to know that yellow discharge can also be a sign of an STI. Brown discharge isn't necessarily a problem. Some people have brown discharge every menstrual cycle. It tends to happen when your period is winding down or just starting. You may also notice it if you have lighter periods or use birth control that gives you a lighter flow. However, if it's happening at times other than your period or it isn't your norm, it's important to take note. It can be a sign of a hormonal problem or infection. There's a good chance there's nothing to worry about when you're seeing pink discharge. Normally, it's just a little blood mixed in with your normal discharge. You might notice this at the beginning or end of your period, and if you start hormonal birth control. Ovulation can also trigger light spotting around the midpoint of your cycle. However, it can also be a sign of a medical problem, like an infection or fibroids. Grey discharge might be a problem. It can be a sign of bacterial vaginosis, which is caused by a change in the natural balance of bacteria in your vagina. It can be accompanied by a strong, fishy smell. It could also be a sign of a sexually transmitted infection. The good news is that both of these are treatable. Best bet would be to get checked out by your healthcare provider. Green discharge is, most often, a sign of infection. It can be a sign of an STI or bacterial vaginosis. If you have green discharge, especially if other symptoms accompany it, it's best to speak to a healthcare provider to get checked out. Remember, if you're experiencing discharge that's not normal for you, more discharge than usual, or you have other symptoms like itching or pain, fever or unusual bleeding, or you don't feel well, talk to your healthcare provider.
Yeah, and I get that. Do you have a baby? No. Are you sitting on it? No. Could you actually just stand up for a sec?
You're joking. You're joking.
Video for promiscuous, my style is ridiculous. See us in the club.
Huh? 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 Huh?